Okay, I've had a couple, so...
Time for a movie review, eh?
So I finally got to see the 1980 Canadian comedy cult classic Strange Brew, starring Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas. So this Canadian comedy is based on the characters Doug and Bob McKenzie from CSTV, and it follows two clueless players that are just trying to get free beer. But then they stumble into a shady plot involving the local brewery that turns out crazier than you think it can. Rightfully so, this movie leans a lot on the chemistry between Bob and Doug, who are played by Rick Moranis, and Dave Thomas, who also serve as directors for this movie. And they are great together. And then out of nowhere, you add Max von Sydow playing the villain completely straight, which adds to the comedy of this movie. So funny story, this movie has legit been on my radar for probably 30 years. So back in San Antonio, there was a friend of the family, and him and his brother-in-law would always quote this movie for some reason. But when I finally saw this movie, there was a joke that they said, and I was like, oh snap, that was something that he quoted all the time. Here's the joke.
Jeez, I gotta take a leak so bad I can taste it.
And it was kind of a full circle moment for me. And that was one of the funniest jokes in the entire movie. Now, I'm a huge Rick Moranis fan. If you guys have heard the podcast, you know that I love Rick Moranis. Big Bully, Little Giants, Little Shop of Horrors, My Blue Heaven, etc. This guy's a legend and we are lucky to have him. My Mom's Brisket and Other Love Songs, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, come on. So just seeing him in this movie, and especially seeing him young, is a win for me. And I really like the dynamic between Doug and Bob. This movie and their kind of dynamic reminded me, for sure, Wayne's World. 100% that Wayne's World was influenced by this, and also got vibes of Letterkenny. The public access was 100% Wayne's World and Letterkenny. Overall, though, this is one of those movies that I'm glad I watched it after finally 30 years, but I don't think I need to watch it again. The humor is very niche. A lot of the jokes didn't land with me. I laughed a few times, but it didn't really do it for me. So I'd put it right in the middle, 2.5 out of 5. But if you're curious about it, this Canadian cult comedy, or just love Rick Moranis like I do, it's worth checking out at least once. Now take off, you hoser.